Okay, I couldn't find what I was doing. Well, actually, I did find some of it. Where is it? This is just one of the little drawings I was trying to do. And this is another one that's just, you're trying to draw this stuff, and it ends up. This isn't even complete, and it hasn't got colour in it. So, but it's just like an idea of how. This should be like 4 different trees overlapping, but I just can't seem to make it really look right as far as I'm concerned. It all just starts looking weird, and it gets too complicated. And so yeah, I know I feel like it can be done. I can visualize it more or less okay, but in trying to draw it, it just seems to get. I don't know. I'm not particularly good at drawing anyway, but I just find it like it just gets too complicated, and I kind of start losing track a bit of it. And that it just looks like it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And yeah. So anyway, that's. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to you know, I don't even know about animation. I know I've seen people can animate stuff really well, and I know there are this software so you can make it quite straightforward, but I don't really know how to use any of that or that software, or even how to get hold of it. Um, that's a project for another day, perhaps for me. Yeah, it's somehow it's like it's very elusive for some reason. It's and slippery. Even though I've kind of had these ideas for quite a few years now, about these overlapping trees, um, and part of this work was about learning just to get them more solid in my consciousness, and because I kind of understand the process of how they're supposed to overlap, but actually getting them to sort of fit in my consciousness as being like a really slippery thing, and these things that just seem to be hard to get your head around for some reason, even though they're relatively straightforward. The tree, I know the tree back to front is so straightforward, but it's just when you try and overlap them like that, um, it's as though there's part of your mind that just doesn't want you to do it. I've got a feeling this is because it's powerful knowledge, and your subconscious doesn't want you to have this knowledge, and it also could be like to do with all the matrix programming, doesn't want you to have this knowledge and stuff. So you've got like a program in you that stops you. Your mind stops you from putting the pieces of this stuff together properly. And when I have done it, there was a process of it all starting to lock together, and like becoming like activated. Like, and it reminded me of like a Stargate thing or something. Um, oh yeah, and that's it. That's why I think my subconscious is like putting up a block, because like, do you want to activate a Stargate? And what might come through? That's the thing. Um, and there's other stuff as well about the powers that you can get hold of. Like these godlike powers. Can you trust yourself to have godlike powers? I don't know if I can. I get in a bad mood sometimes and think terrible things, and you know that's probably a reason why there's something part of me that's resisting this process becoming like properly activated, because I could do really strange or terrible things with it, with too much power, and so perhaps it's not justifiable for me to have it. And I can sometimes I can feel the energies, and it's just they are really vast, big, powerful energies, and scary as well. You know, it's like the Kundalini energy. When if you've got access to it and you deliberately and know how to control it and get your, you know, all that energy working, you know, from your subconscious and making it conscious, you know, then you become an incredibly powerful person, and potentially quite dangerous as well. You know, it's like you activate your Hyde side, you know, or your Frankenstein monster side, you know, and it's like an unstoppable machine. So there's an element of like, it's probably best to leave, you know, these things alone in certain respects. On the other hand, it does seem to be like a good thing to be able to have access to this stuff if I want to. You know, I'm having like cleared these certain pathways so that I can, if I want to, I can activate this energy. And like at the moment, I feel like I could run for quite a long time with it and hardly get tired. Although that's probably, I probably couldn't actually, thinking about it. But I feel like I could. I feel like I've got almost boundless energy sometimes, and there's an element of mastering that energy, and you know, people have used these types of sort of access to this sort of energy and for healing purposes, and okay, just some thoughts.